Thank you so much. It is Mother's Day, and my name is Robin. I have been a member of Our Saviors for almost 20 years. I am blessed today to have my mother, Carol, my father, Russ, as well as my second mother, my mother-in-law, Mary, with me here today. My immediate family is also here. My husband, Greg, my son, Joe, and my daughters, Emily and Holly. Fun fact about my family, I'm the only one of the 5 of us who was not baptized at Our Saviors. But not everyone here is as lucky as I am to have their family and mothers with them here today at church. Your mother may have passed away already, or maybe you don't have a good relationship with her. However, one thing that all mothers did for their children, no matter how they were as a parent, they gave birth to us. I would like to talk today about the most famous birth ever, and that is the birth of Jesus Christ. We have a whole holiday around his birth, but I believe we don't think enough about the woman who did all the work, and that was Mary. Mary gave birth to Jesus. We all know this, but have you ever thought about the details of this fact? This was Mary's first child. Did she even know what was going to happen? When her water broke, were they still walking around looking for a place to stay? I can imagine the conversation with Joseph and the innkeeper. Listen, bro, my lady here is about to give birth. Is there anything you can do for us? The innkeeper took pity on this pathetic couple and said they could use the barn. The barn. So how was Mary's labor? Was it short? Was it long? Did Joseph deliver the baby? There was no midwife or nurse or OBGYN or doula to help them out. Mary and Joseph were on their own. Did Mary cry or have a meltdown, or was the peace of the Lord so strong in her that she was calm? Mary did not have an epidural, and the sure physics of having a baby is painful, even if the peace of the Lord is with you. So here's Mary in this dirty, stinky barn in labor with the Son of God. We know that once he was born, they wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger. Both Mary and Joseph must have been exhausted by this point from walking and looking for a place to stay. But as every mother knows, once the baby is born, you don't get to rest. You have a helpless infant that needs constant attention and care for. I have to imagine that Jesus was a good baby, but even good babies need to eat and get changed and rocked and hugged and generally cared for. Every mother in the world had a first child. That's what made them a mother. I wanted to be a mother for years, but struggled with infertility. At the suggestion of a homeopathic doctor, I gave up gluten and dairy cold turkey, and when he told me he couldn't help me anymore, we went down the route of IVF. The first round was a success, thank you God, and produced Joey. Joey, or Joseph as he prefers to be called, was my first child. I remember his birth like yesterday. I went to bed around 10 p.m. and started having contractions. I got up and watched 2 TV shows and timed the contractions, which were about 10 minutes apart at this point. I took a shower and was drying my hair because I wanted to look nice for when I met Joey for the first time. And my water broke. We went to the hospital, and after 5 hours of laboring, post-epidural of course, I pushed 6 times and out he came. I insisted that he was cleaned off before they showed him to me because it is my belief that all babies should come out of their mother's womb swaddled with a hat on. I confirmed that with Greg that he did indeed look like a Joey, and I held my child for the first time. I wonder what it was like for Mary to hold her child for the first time. Maybe she wasn't tired anymore after holding the Son of God, but also her first child. After Joey came home, I quickly developed raging anxiety. I was obsessed with breastfeeding, and it was not going well, and I refused to give up. I lost 30 pounds in 10 days and was quickly deteriorating. I didn't know that this was not normal because I'd never been a mother before. So here I am, my body starting to shut down due to stress and lack of food, and a lactation consultant put me in touch with the hospital perinatal coordinator. A perinatal coordinator is a therapist who works with women from the beginning of their pregnancy through the first year of the baby's life. The woman gave me a call, and I swear her voice sounded like an angel. She helped me to decide to stop breastfeeding. I got some meds for the anxiety. I slept for 8 hours, and things slowly got better. Very slowly. Joey was a terrific baby. He slept through the night at 8 weeks, met all his milestones on time, and was basically perfect, except for the constant spitting up. As I got better, my thoughts would continue to go back to when I was ill, and I would wonder about other moms who were suffering and might not have access to the support that I did. Professionally, I am a social worker, and at the time of Joey's birth, I had been a social worker for over 10 years. How was it possible that I had literally never heard of perinatal mood disorders during grad school or during the 10 years I had been in the field? I felt deeply compelled to do something to raise awareness about this issue. I was online one day and saw an organization that was doing advocacy work and had a trip planned to Washington, D.C. to help promote a bill that would require hospitals and OBGYNs to screen women for mood disorders. 1 in 5 women will experience perinatal mood disorders, and less than 15% will get treatment. I went with the lobbying group called Mom Congress to Washington, D.C. 3 times, and the bill that we were lobbying for did pass. I also helped to run an online awareness campaign that had over 1 million impressions in the week that it ran. I was on the board of this organization that ran Mom Congress for 2 years. I wonder if Mary was ever anxious that she wouldn't be a good mom. She was young and she knew she had this great responsibility. We know nothing of Jesus' life after his birth until he is an adult. Did he sleep through the night when he was young? What was his first word? When did he walk? Did he ever cry or throw a tantrum? I guess we'll never know until we are in heaven ourselves and we can ask Mary herself. And just as we are grateful for Mary for bringing Jesus in the world, we can thank your own mother for doing the same. Happy Mother's Day.